Hello, fancy people. Welcome to another episode of Content Breaker. I am strangely entertaining. I'm joined with Zog, Kelz, and Static Dreads.
Why'd you say my name last?
I'm just going to stop at this point.
I'm sorry.
It's Content Breaker, and today we're talking about the Adult Swim original Smiling Friends.
I just want to know why your cat only jumps up when we are recording. I have never seen it jump up otherwise. It's like she knows.
Because attention. Cats have a radar for attention.
Yeah. I start talking to a screen, and she's like, that's weird. I want attention now. Don't know.
Goddamn cats.
She's literally like, attention, hello? You're paying? I'm like, no, I just started recording. But anyways, yes, we are talking about Smiling Friends, as they said. Smiling Friends is an adult animated television series created by Zach Hadel and Michael, how do you say that? Cusack,
yeah.
Cartoon Network's
Cusack.
nighttime programming Adult Swim revolves around a small charity dedicated to making people smile.
Who are these two dudes?
I believe Michael and Zach, I think they're YouTubers, or they're from Newgrounds, or
they're Australian. Well, Michael's Australian. And is YOLO the organization that you're talking about?
No, the Smiling Friends organization. So the whole show is based on the organization that makes people smile.
This is a weird thing for because that's stuff that I saw. Anyway,
it was out of context. You have to watch the episode, which
yeah. He should be Michael should be a motivation to us because he taught himself Adobe Flash and stuff and made himself self-made, and then he created Smiling Friends and got pitched to Adult Swim. And from what I understand, Smiling Friends is at least monomically accepted, popular, I guess I would say. It's a monicum of popularity, I would say, maybe. It's the word of the day. So
this is one of those shows that very much feels like its influences. You can very much tell that this comedy style, this dark comedy with kind of violent and grotesque imagery is very much one, Adult Swim, and two,
yeah.
Also from their background of Newgrounds, kind of fan and independent animation. And it definitely comes through for both of them. Their background, in the same way we see folks like Ego Raptor, their comedic stylings and art direction are all very influenced based on their time doing stuff on their own on Newgrounds.
Definitely a lot of what I would call internet humor wrapped around this show.
What does internet humor mean? Just
the style, I guess, the way the writing works and the jokes and everything. It's funny because he has a gun.
You mean web-based comedy, shows that started shorts? Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So when people always say that, my mind always goes back. Okay, I'm gonna take you on a trip. When people say web-based comedy, y'all know what the first thing that pops in my mind?
What?
That episode of Zoe 101 where Michael and Chase got sued by the corporation for doing the dolphin bit. They're like, no, we stole that from someone else because they had their own internet shorts. And that's how I identify internet comedy, as a one-off episode of Zoe 101.
This is why we're not the demo that would bring this show to the table.
Yeah.
But we do have folks that are fitting that vibe, which we are grateful for the broad spectrum of opinions and tastes.
I feel like if the writing of Centaur World was replaced with the writing of Smiley Friends, at least it would be like, I feel like I would gel with it more, honestly. 'Cause then the crazy of the Centaur World would at least like have the context to go with it, but like, you know, I don't know.
Well, that's okay. We don't have to worry about that because Netflix is pulling all the plugs on the animation. Go team. We did it.
But
Yeah, because that's what everybody wanted.
That's what we wanted the whole time.
Yeah, we're not getting that Castlevania spinoff.
thank God Castlevania ended before all of the mess.
Thank I know, right? Like, but
no,
I guess,
I agree. Like, to your point about Centaur World.
yeah.
If like Centaur World is unique and committed to its shtick, but if Centaur World it didn't have the PG boundaries and went for a more adult comedy styling, and maybe not specifically the same styling as this with the Smiling Friends in the kind of grotesque and violent horror like humor, or even like some of the other more adult animation, like what was that one, Vox Machina?
Yeah.
Where they just did stuff for the sake of it's X-rated. Like, if they fit the fantasy theme with the plot story with like adult jokes, might be a different story.
Yeah. Now, it would have been interesting to see like Centaur World have that more like South Park-esque like writing, because I remember the episode where they went into like WoW or something, and it was just like so funny. I can't repeat it on this podcast, even though we use profanity, but it's like just think Cartman being in the Horde and Kyle being in the Alliance, and Cartman singing. He was like, "Oh, you're over there on the little bit side." Like, you know. Yeah, anyway.
Sure.
Sorry. Yeah.
Smiling Friends.
Smiley Friends. I gotta say, it also reminded me of that show way back with like the candy, like the lemon drops. You know what I'm talking about? Like the lemon drop cartoon.
No.
No. You don't remember Lemon Drop cartoon?
Bro, this is always an adventure with you. We
just
had that one. We had that one adventure before the show where it was like, man, that Adult Swim cartoon, like Adult Swim cartoon with the guy with the panther mask and the long hair, and we're like, I'm not sure, Chief. Space Ghost Coast to Coast? And you're like, no, it's not Space Ghost Coast to Coast. And then it turned out to be fucking Space Ghost Coast to Coast.
Oh, so it was the trip.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which we had no idea, but I'm glad you, off the bat, knew.
I'm gonna find it.
But nevertheless, this really fits the vibe of strange, out there comedy that Adult Swim really holds true. Like the stoner drunkard old like cartoon humor.
That's honestly kind of what I felt while watching it. Was like, you know, if you were high or drunk, I'm sure you would find this super hilarious. But
I wasn't drunk enough.
Yeah,
but
I was too sober for this shit.
I mean, normally it's like it's okay. I mean, I honestly thought it was okay. I thought it was good for what it was, but I got a couple laughs. I laughed at a couple times.
Yeah,
considering the environment in which it is aired, it's harmless.
Yeah, it's harmless.
Yeah.
It's not like amazing. It doesn't have an overall plot to make you feel emotions, but will it pass the time? It's only 10 minutes long.
It's
8 episodes, you know. Yeah.
Will it give you some chuckles while you fall asleep? Probably.
Yeah.
So tell me about the production of Smiley Friends.
So The production is fairly interesting, and it kind of works the same way. Adult Swim has been on this weird thing where if anybody remembers Learning with Pibby, where we talked about that for like a hot minute. No, really.
No more than I remember
Learning with Pibby.
Y'all, I put the trailer in. It was an April Fool's joke Adult Swim did.
Yeah. Did that actually ever come out?
They had a new thing where they kind of invaded the entire Adult Swim broadcast. It was like glitchy and stuff. It was quite interesting to watch. There's a whole clip on the Adult Swim YouTube channel. Learning with Pibby, learning is so fun. You know, they did all that.
Okay.
And they invaded the Rick and Morty show, and the animators for Rick and Morty actually kind of, I think they either reanimated it or animated it to where, like, at some points the characters and backgrounds and everything would glitch out. It was kind of cool. But go check it out. But this was also an April 1st, April Fool's joke on 2020. The pilot aired then, and it just kind of showed up that everybody was like, what in the world? But apparently people liked it a whole lot. And then a year later, they added 7 more episodes to the pilot, and people really enjoyed it. And that's kind of been the thing. But the thing was, though, they aired everything in one night on January 10th, 2022. They just aired all the episodes back to back when it was supposed to be a weekly episode.
Of
So
Pibby
that
or
was
Smiling
interesting.
Friends?
Smiling Friends.
That sounds like Adult Swim.
Yeah.
That sounds like Netflix.
I mean, like Netflix,
does.
at least that's what they're known for. Adult Swim is just... One of my main gripes with Adult Swim is like, it was the problem that Amazon had until Invincible, because no one would know. Amazon put out Vinland Saga, no one knew about it. Amazon put out Blade of the Immortal, no one knew about it. And no one knew about Invincible either until like the 4th episode, until like people like freaking, like it was community based driven. And then when Vox Machina came out, everybody knew about it because they're like, oh, you know, we got to keep an eye out because of Invincible. So they owe Invincible a lot anyway. But Adult Swim always...
People were going to know about Vox Machina either way.
I mean, yeah, but like, it became like
too.
outside of Critical Role. Like people were like, oh, they watched it just because it was an Amazon Prime thing because they saw Invincible if they didn't know about Critical Role. Like, at least I know people who did, I should say. Because... yeah, I didn't know anything about Critical Role, but I was like, "Oh, Amazon Prime did this, but did that." But anyway, back
through the grapevine.
Yeah, but anyway, back to Adult Swim. Adult Swim has a major issue with this because a lot of people didn't even know Samurai Jack had a 5th and final season airing, and even more so, a lot of people didn't even know about Primal. I'm still telling people about Primal. They're like,
I wanted to review it this time around, but it was
Add
a
it
little
to the
late.
list.
No, okay. We'll get added to the list. Precedence, okay? We kind of missed that precedence boat, but we'll get to it.
We weren't even like
Change the list.
podcasting when Primal came out, my guy.
He talking about the 2nd season,
That's
right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
what he's talking.
second season.
Okay. But I mean, Gengri Karakowski.
Gendry Tartakovsky.
Yes, his name I always butcher. His stuff is always a cult classic. Like I see Samurai Jack videos popping up like every other week, and they get like 100,000 views. So like, if you want to do it, just put it on the list because someone's gonna watch it. And Primal is great, so I would be down anyway. But anyway, Smiling Friends suffers from that Adult Swim. Like we're not gonna market our stuff. Interest because I feel like if more people like knew about it, at least it would have been more of like a kind of like at least a cult following like that other like HBO series like Spice Friends or Sugar Spice something that was really popular. Strange, you were telling me about it. So HBO Max people were mad that it got canceled. Not High Guardian Spice. They were mad about that for a different reason.
Maybe one day.
It was
well, now I gotta go look because I don't even know. Maybe it's on my watch list.
So I think that this whole you just show up on a Tuesday night and you get all of a show is very much an Adult Swim technique. Like they know their market, and also Adult Swim is like 10 to like 4 in the morning overnight Cartoon Network. Like, this is not appointment viewing for people. So yes, it would be nice if you knew that like some big event was going to happen and they were going to just air all the shit. But also that's kind of part of Adult Swim's magic, is you just show up one night and you watch all of one thing and you don't get that experience again until the next time they do something like this.
That definitely sounds like Adult Swim.
I definitely do remember seeing a tweet. Somebody was like, yo, did y'all mean to air everything? Because I literally watched like the first 3 episodes and I was like, oh, that must be it. And it just kept going. That was, yeah, I was like, oh, wow. That's weird. Why would they do that? But not too crazy for Adult Swim, I guess. So that's kind of what happened. They just aired everything, and I don't know if they're still airing stuff now. I'm not sure what the schedule is. I haven't looked at the lineup recently, but despite that, though, Smiling Friends was a critical and commercial success, relatively speaking, receiving universal acclaim for both audiences and critics.
Cool. Good on
Golf
that.
claps. Golf
Yeah.
claps.
Go you.
Yeah.
Smiling Friends. You did it.
And it has an 8.5 on IMDb. I don't know if that's a metric you can go off of, but there you go. It's something.
It's a not weeb website. I'm like, wow.
How can I know how many animations these people watched?
Yeah.
Where's
This general audience looking website?
what's the metric here?
Lord
Who are these people?
But yeah, so
Yeah, I mean, so to sum it up, what did you guys think about it? Like in general, I know.
I thought it was I'll be real with y'all. I'll be real with y'all because I love our fans. I'm gonna let y'all know, our viewers, whoever they are. I totally watched Happy Tree Friends instead, but I did peep by accident, mind you, not on purpose, by accident. And that's great. It is super violent. I love it. But I did watch a little bit of this, and what I gotta say is like it definitely threw me in the vibe of like the Oblongs or like that classic Adult Swim like grittiness and just like what the fuck factor. Like I got Robot Chicken vibes, I got Aqua Team Hunger Force, like I said, I got the Oblongs, I got the PJs, I got like everything like kind of thrown into one, minus King of the Hill and Samurai Jack. No?
Just as long as you didn't get Squidbillies.
Yes.
This gave me Squidbilly vibes, but
I mean, it
the-
was Squidbilly too with the gun shooting and like they took the SpongeBob chocolate bit and replaced it with the get out of my head, I'm gonna shoot you bit.
the nature of the comedy is what really screamed Squidbillies to me. Not necessarily like the look, even though the look in the grotesqueness also screams Squidbillies. But it's like definitely this gave me the same vibe as you, like adult swim writers and humor.
Yeah.
Along with the Happy Tree Friends coming from Newgrounds, man. We're getting that kind of internet humor type of vibe, all in like modern animation.
And
it's weird to trace the origins of the shit.
Yeah. And honestly, this could be low-key an homage to the renaissance of Adult Swim, since we see all those things, we see all those, in the words of Treasure Planet, the makings of greatness in you. Except the makings of mediocrity, because there was no Symbiotic Titan, there was no Samurai Jack, there was no, wow, those are all okay.
all
So
candy,
Symbiotic Titan.
Yes, that was a banger, and it should not have
It
been
was.
It is. It's very
It's-
underrated. I don't remember it being on Adult Swim though.
It was.
Is that a Toonami thing?
It was.
It was like I think it
Probably
was like
Toonami.
borderline. It was one of those shows that like showed up like right in between. No, I'm serious. Like I saw it.
No, you're right.
I
It was
saw
like the leading
the border.
Yeah, it
It
was
like led into it. Yeah, it was so weird because I'm like, can they say that on television? On like
I
a
loved
kid
it.
show?
Oh
Like,
yeah, the robot when he
It's
was getting seduced
Indri
by the girl.
Tartakovsky That shit's in all of his shows.
That Star Wars
He's
cartoon.
always doing it.
Just saying.
Oh yeah, his Clone Wars.
Yeah, his Clone Wars was.
where
I
he
loved
kills
it.
Shaggy. He kills
really
Shaggy.
good.
Okay, so Strange, I need you to write down. We got to do a Gengi Tartakovsky.
Gendy Tartakovsky.
Gendy Tartakovsky month. Or not month, but okay, we could do a month.
He's got enough.
First one, Hotel Transylvania.
Excuse me. Yeah. First one, what?
Hotel Transylvania.
Is that really?
Yeah,
I
that's
don't
him.
follow this
That
man,
is
but
him.
I guess I should. Between, oh my god,
That's him. That's him.
I'm blown away. How am I supposed to know what Gendy month is? I hope one of y'all will remember.
I'll remember.
Maybe.
But definitely, Smiling Tree Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Smiling Tree
Smi-
Friends.
What is wrong with y'all? I love
Look,
y'all
man,
so much.
you know what we want to watch, man. You know what we want to watch. This was good, but
Well,
it wasn't.
put it on the
bad.
list.
I love Smiling.
I mean,
Tree
that's
Friends.
the key right there is you want to watch it, put it on the list.
Takes me back to a simpler time, man. Simpler time.
I love the flabbergasted look on your face right now because you know.
So do you think, because we've done fan stuff, but do you think, one, can we, and two, does it still exist? With Flash being no longer supported by Adobe, do you think we can go back into the past and watch these kind of series? These like net series that are on these very specific platforms like Newground?
I hope so. I mean,
Personally, for the podcast, I'm sure we can, but
I,
But
see,
not like can we do it for the podcast? Like, does it still exist?
yes.
Is kind of the question.
I do
Yes.
think it does, and I see it kind of like how Megalobox is clearly not that same sketchy style that they used to use. It's much cleaner. But the fact that it does have that gritty kind of art style as an homage to that, I think that's kind of where we're getting. Is that it's never going to be the same as that just like clearly derpy, somebody did this on one layer and is trying to make it work Flash thing, but
Man, I feel attacked. But no, definitely.
yeah.
Yeah.
I would say one thing about Smiling Friends is that it definitely kind of puts into perspective Adult Swim to me. Because, like, when I look at all the things that should have failed long ago, Adult Swim is one of them. But surprisingly, they haven't. Like, Cartoon Network has. Like, I don't know anything airing on Cartoon Network. Like, granted, I'm 27, so I probably shouldn't.
Holy
but
shit. You're 27.
oh yeah, you're 28. Happy, yeah. Oh yeah,
You're both 27.
Yeah.
Anyways, this is not what this is about. I'm always blown away by the fact that you're not the
time
oldest.
passes.
I'm the oldest somehow.
We know you're the oldest. That's nothing new.
Oh
you're-
man, you ruined the economy.
These kids don't know nothing about animation way back in my day.
You made Astro Boy.
1912, we moved 2 photos against a candle, and we appreciated it.
We had shadow puppets. That was our animation back in the day.
Lord Jesus. Anyway, but I
Foo-foo.
don't really know anything airing on Cartoon Network, or if Cartoon Network is even still in existence, honestly. But I know I still see stuff with Adult Swim. You know, they procured Rick and Morty. They technically own Toonami, not Cartoon Network. So, I
guess my question is Adult Swim separate
yes.
from Cartoon Network? Like, in my mind, no.
In your mind, no, but technically, yes.
Google has the answer.
Okay. What does
I
Google
believe
say?
they originally started as 2 separate things, but I think they're both owned by the same people. So, yes, no.
I say they're both owned by CNN. One just airs late at night on the same channel.
So
I know that's true.
Adults-
So that's still hilarious.
Adult Swim is a nighttime programming block of Cartoon Network that is programmed by its in-house production studio, William Street.
Okay, so that's how they stay in Cartoon Network stays in business then, because I cannot name one I mean, I think Uncle Cracker or Uncle Grandpa.
Uncle Grandpa?
That was the last thing I remember, like, seeing or something.
And that was
And I
from
was
the
like-
Steven Universe days.
And I was like, what is
Uncle
this?
Grandpa.
And then I just turned off Cartoon Network forever. Like, I've never turned back to the channel. Like, I
Yeah,
literally...
I'm so mad that Uncle Grandpa had a tie-in with Steven Universe that will live forever.
That is asinine, man. I don't even know. Like, someone recommended me something about like a creek. Like, here was the recommendation I got from
Craig of
someone
the Creek.
who
Craig
wasn't.
of the Creek.
It's like, hey, I just want you to know. It's coming from a white female, mind you. I just want you to know that Cartoon Network is doing some crazy, awesome stuff right now. I'm like, oh, what? They have a show, and the main character is a little black boy, and he has friends of every color. I'm like,
Little
what?
Bill?
I'm just like,
Oh boy.
I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, it's called Craig of the Creek. I think he lives in a creek or something because his family's homeless. I was like, you didn't even
No.
watch it. I'm just
No,
like,
that is
what?
not at all.
I was like, you
Not
didn't
at
even
all
watch
with the-
it. I'm just
not with-
Man,
what?
I was gonna go
The
with
boy-
Static Shock.
I was
The boy
like,
has a home. He just plays in a creek with his friends. That's like the whole premise of the episode. I don't know where
Or
that.
Fillmore.
hey, this is also the girl who told me she did not like Princess and the Frog or Encanto, and she couldn't tell me why. So
Is this woman 37?
no, she. She
Oh no.
listen. If she had said that, we would have had some issues. But no, this woman is 29, I think.
Man, I don't even know who this is at this point, which is for the
Probably
best.
for the good thing.
It is. But yeah, she
gosh.
was like, they're doing really great stuff over there at Cartoon Network. And I'm like, okay.
Stuff you're not even paying attention to.
So
Yeah.
I think you should recommend Smiling Friends to her children.
But
yeah,
yeah,
I'm sure they would love it.
They would.
so that's the only thing I know of on Cartoon Network right now is Craig of the Creek. And thank you, Strange, for enlightening me that he's not a homeless child playing with other homeless children in a creek.
Someone's got to
Well-
do the research, man.
I sort of I hear things and see things. That's all.
So what else?
But
Do you
yeah.
know anything
Same
else that's
thing,
on Cartoon
man.
Network currently?
Not off the top of my head, other than like Teen Titans Go. Because
Is Flapjack still airing?
No,
No.
man, Flapjack's done. To
No.
which, Pipe Dreams, we need to get an interview with the Flapjack creator because we have ties to him, and we could have a
We do?
conversation with him. Yeah, we'll talk about that
Oh.
off air.
All right, that's fine.
Yeah, Gumball
Yeah.
is still airing? Okay.
No, not really.
Well, now
it's-
airing and new episodes being produced
Okay.
are two different things.
Yeah.
Bouncy Bears. Bouncy Cubs?
So let's talk about our experience with. I'm like, not Happy Tree Friends. Don't say Happy Tree Friends. With Smiling Friends. Like, how did y'all enjoy watching some episodes and experiencing the comedy? All right, how'd y'all feel about it?
it was okay. So I'm
I
just
think that's the best we gotta
mesmerized.
get from there.
Yeah, I feel you. It's definitely for me. It's like stoner late night comedy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
it is just get a chuckle kind of shit. But like at least the first episode and a half, I enjoyed the plot progression and like the nebulous lack of introduction to the characters. It's like they just sprinkle their names in there and you're like, oh, that's Pim. Okay, great. The pink one's Pim. I don't know what the fuck's going on with him, but that's who he is. He's Pim.
I just
And
feel like
the other motherfucker, I don't know who he is. The red
Charlie-
one with the nose, looking for his cheese, is
Oh, wait, no. Alan?
Alan.
As
yeah.
Alan.
Yeah.
yeah. Alan's just a
Where's my
stickler.
cheese?
Yeah. And so for me, the first episode is like, okay, we get the introduction of the characters, we get the plot about like the A plot about okay, they got to go off on a mission. And of course, immediately, like the boss man is suckling some kind of weird, strange child.
That was so weird. I'm like, why is this the first introduction of this man? He's like,
What?
no, Daddy hates that. Don't do that now. Come on. No, I'm just like,
You want me to bite you?
"What?
Like,
Do you want me to bite you?
and the fact that that joke starts with the, hey, you kind of caught me in the middle of something. I hope you don't mind if you see somebody like eat. And they're like, oh, no. And you didn't expect it to be like him suckling a baby. But that's what it turned out to be. Because, of course, it did. But no, I really enjoyed the B plot where you said it was Alan.
Yeah.
Alan's chasing this mouse, and he goes into like a Bruno shaped hole behind the fridge into like a crawl space. And he finds some random motherfucker on a computer like blocking his shit out. Like, you're supposed to knock or announce yourself when you come in. I'm like, I hate this motherfucker. That's the entire point. I find this funny because, like, I know names to people who are this person. And oh, Lord have mercy. Like, you have invoked an emotion, smiling friends. Good job. I applaud you. But then, like, all of that turns out to, like, it being a mouse. It's not a mouse. It's like a sea of tribbles.
Yeah, it's something.
Tribbles.
I don't really know what they called them. But,
And then we walk back into fucking them crucifying Alan. It's like, I just wanted my cheese. And he gets stabbed with the spirulogynous. Like,
Holy shit.
the imagery and ridiculousness is something to behold.
Which is a fact.
and I think definitely the first episode, like if you don't like the first episode, you probably will not like the rest of the series. But just the shock factor alone, like if you're watching this on Adult Swim April 1st, you have no context for when this is coming out, and the first thing you see is them going on a mission to make this kid smile. He comes in, and it's this dude with this giant gun to his head,
and it's like
whoa.
You knew from the mother, it wasn't gonna be just some kid. Right.
Charlie, get out of here, your friends.
Yeah, you knew.
Yeah, Pim's family issues.
Yeah,
you knew it was going this direction, and to find out it's some 40-year-old living in his mom's house. About to not like be sad, but like is already sad and ready to take action. Wow. And then we get to go on an adventure to like convince him to be happy.
Mm.
And
Wait,
then
is this supposed to make me feel any better?
yeah.
I had been home since Christmas. I didn't know it was this chaotic.
I think the first episode really served as a great example for the type of storytelling and comedy that the series holds.
I feel like this show was produced.
I feel like we need to smoke more.
Yes, I'm because I watched a few clips throughout this, and it's like the same thing. It's like Strange. You are like an expert at picking shows that I feel like people enjoy when they're under the influence of something. And I know that you are under the influence of nothing. So it's like, what? It's like every time. It's
but
like
this is why we take a look at animation.
I've watched.
About
listen, sir. Sorry, go ahead. Finish. Go ahead.
I don't know what you want from me. I don't know.
Yeah, we appreciate your insight.
Like I have watched some pretty gnarly stuff, you know, like not even just like Evangelion and all that stuff. Like I've watched Mind Game, like and
No.
other stuff, like all of
Mind
the
Game
Satoshi Kim
coming.
films, like Perfect Blue, Paprika, all those Mind like shows and movies.
Yep.
And you still find stuff that manages to make me go, why? How? Like, it's like you're Kanye West selling me rain boots that I know are rain boots, and I think look horrible because they're rain boots. Yet somebody's like, yeah, these rain boots, bruh, like they next up. I'm like, how? Or when Kanye West dressed all the people to look like they were, for lack of a better word, unhoused. And everybody was like, yo, I would pay $800 for this raggedy shirt with holes in it. It's brown.
Man, hit him with the homeless. Like, use the verbiage. But yes, $800 for a raggedy post-apocalyptic looking fashion show. Yeah.
So thank you, Strange, for somehow tripping
Being
ecstasy.
the Kanye West of our animation taste.
Thank
You know
you for
me.
taking those ecstasy tabs back 10 years
What I
ago that
do.
still give you trips. Zog?
I've never taken any hardcore.
Oh,
drug
that's
in
a
my
straw.
entire
I
life.
was like, is Zog hitting?
He's committed, man. He's ready to experience smiling friends.
Is it that bad?
I heard
Yeah,
the
man.
title "Smiling Friends." I knew what I was getting into.
Gotta get in the mindset.
I said, oh, that's a straw. Okay.
Gotta get in the zone. But yeah.
Yeah, why have we never done Blade on this podcast? I'm sorry. I know that's completely
Put
Put it on the
left
list.
The list, Kai. Put it on it.
Put it on the list.
field. Okay.
Do it. It would. We'll talk about this afterward. This is afterwards business. But no, this was an adventure.
It
And I'm
was.
glad that this. I'm glad that like Adult Swim is still weird.
I mean, you know, I could have put "Let's watch Mr. Pickles." mean,
I
not that
wouldn't have
wanna
watched
watch
Mr. Pickles.
I wouldn't have either.
I did that
honestly.
once. I will never do that again.
God.
I watched one episode and it was just like, it was just so dumb.
So, like,
That's the one you need the acid trip for.
yes.
yeah, I was
No,
gonna
I'm
say,
afraid
from,
if you
like-
did acid, you would never be able to come back after watching Mr. Pickles.
You would be enlightened.
All right, so on a scale of Mr. Pickles to Mike Tyson's Mysteries, do you think where does this fall exactly?
Is Mike Tyson
Oh,
Mysteries
so-
number one? Like, there were so many other options we could have gone with.
Best and worst of the spectrum.
Yeah,
Okay.
Like on a scale, like put this
On a scale of you
on
come
the scale
home
of
and
you
you
never
just-
gonna watch this again to damn, that was surprisingly good.
I would put this right after that like anime parody that they did.
Kappa Mikey?
No, no, you're on
That's-
Cartoon Network, Kai.
Oh, yeah.
That was
Cartoon Network.
Nickelodeon.
Hold on, I have to look this up. But y'all pitch
the
your
C
stuff.
Lab? C Lab?
No, y'all
No,
pitch
not
y'all stuff.
C-Lab.
C Lab is about fucking a lab in the sea, guy.
The-
I'll find this show I'm talking about,
Okay.
and we'll come back to it.
the-
I personally, I don't know. It was if I were to come home and we're on TV, I'd probably watch it.
I'd burn
That
my
is-
computer.
yeah, I'd probably slap it somewhere in the middle, just being like, it's
Yeah.
harmless. I'll either, unless something actually interesting comes up, I'll just finish watching this before I go looking for something else.
Okay. I would put
And
this-
it's short. It's only 8 episodes, like 10 minutes long a piece. So it's like you don't lose much, like investing at least into the first season.
Okay.
And yes.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and surprising fun fact, I think this was one of Gilbert Gottfried's last roles as God of all things.
Super sad. Super sad.
He shows up as God.
yeah.
You did it, Charlie. You
I
you
would,
helped the devil smile.
I would put this above Bob's Burger because I hate Bob's Burger.
But they're getting a movie.
I hate Bob's Burgers. Above Super Joe, but like underneath, definitely underneath Boondocks, all of Guinea's stuff.
Well, sure. Okay.
Probably
Yeah.
slightly below Rick and Morty, maybe. But I wasn't the
Have you
biggest
even
fan of
watched Rick and Morty? I've never known you to
Yes,
watch Rick
I've
and
watched
Morty.
Rick and Morty. I watched everything except
Really?
the last 2 seasons. Yes. I
Huh.
got up till when evil Morty was like, ha 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 ha, I'm still alive. And that was the last season I saw.
Hmm.
I think that was season 3, season 4, maybe.
Probably 3.
I think there's only
There's 5.
there's 5 seasons.
Yeah, that's 5 seasons.
Yep, that's 5
Okay.
seasons now. I'm 2 behind. I got to catch up. I was watching it with a lady friend, and then she. Anyway, so yeah, no, I'm 2 seasons behind, and we'll leave it at that.
Oh,
yeah.
Static lore. Hold on.
He watches things with ladies. Oh my god!
Oh.
But definitely better than Mr. Pickles, but not in the renaissance of Adult Swim. Like kind of in the meh of Adult Swim. To me, there's horrible, meh, good, and renaissance. So this is in like the meh. Like if I lost the remote, I would be sad, but not sad enough to get up and like tear my room apart.
That's fair, I guess.
Yeah. Mr. Pickles came on. I just unplugged the TV. Goodbye. Same thing with Squidbillies. Squidbillies is probably the worst Adult Swim show for me. That or Squidbillies went on for 16 years.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing what people were willing to watch before streaming came along.
Wow.
I don't know. Zog, I think you mentioned yours, but where would you place this?
Just somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's harmless.
Yeah, it's
Kelz.
I'm still looking. I'm still scrubbing the wiki, man.
What's it about?
So,
Look, I need another 30 seconds. Just give me a hand.
What's it about, Kelz?
So this was okay. In the range of Adult Swim stuff I have seen, like this sticks out as we have. I'm still holding out hope I'm gonna find
Are you
this.
talking about Danger Team?
I'm not talking about Danger Team. I'm talking about so Adult Swim is weird. Right.
Oh,
We got things like Tim and Eric. We got things like Robot Chicken.
I think I know what you're talking about.
I can't even find it. I've scrubbed this
Dude's
stuff.
he's got like a deep hostile Gato voice.
No.
Okay.
So like in the rain, this falls just short. It's better than whatever was not good. It's better than Major Lazer.
God.
But it's just under like weird enough for this like anime parody that happened in like 2007 that I cannot remember the name of, but it's like just Adult Swim weird with Dragon Ball Z references.
I feel like I know what you're talking about, and I think it's the same
feel
one
like
that
I
I
do
can't
too.
remember. It's like, is it the one where it had the 2 brothers and they had the dad, and they fought like a moth queen or something?
That's Venture Brothers.
Yeah, that's
Venture Brothers. That's what I was thinking of.
It's not that. It's even weirder.
It's not the Secret Saturdays because that wasn't Adult Swim.
Perfect Hair Forever.
Yes,
That's what it was.
Hair
I remember
Forever.
that. Oh my gosh, that just blew my mind. I just saw it and I'm like, wait, that's it. It's the one with the old guy.
Oh yeah,
He's got like the
Yes.
hair and everything.
Yes.
Ugh.
That's what the fuck I'm talking about. So, Perfect Hair Forever lives in my mind as one of the weird pinnacles of Adult Swim that fits my shit. So this is just under that.
Okay. Also, Venture Brothers is like elite. I wanted to say that is in the top echelons of Adult Swim. For
Yes.
me.
So you wouldn't
Yes.
put it next to 12-ounce mouse,
No.
which is critically the worst Adult Swim show that's ever existed.
No, I would not. This is not the worst by far. It's just
making sure.
not good or the best. Okay, it's not even.
But you wouldn't change the channel if it came on. That's what I'm saying, because that's kind of how I feel personally.
I
It was
would if I could find the remote. But in this scenario, the remote's lost.
Yeah. Yeah. Like if Squidbillies came on,
I'm burning the TV.
after about 4 minutes, I would start searching for the remote. If this came on, I'd be like, okay, what are my options?
You get an episode.
Okay, here's how I put it. Strange, because this exact scenario happened the other day. I bought a new TV like 3 or 4 months ago. That's why it's important. So, listen, it was on sale. Anyway, so I lost my remote because I had it in my bed and I was sleeping and it got knocked underneath my bed or my covers or somewhere. So I was like, dang, I can't find it. And I think
So you bought a new TV?
Yeah, and it was Paramount Plus was on because I was rewatching
Lost the
iCarly to get
remote,
ready for
bought
the
a
new
new
season.
TV.
And
Mind your business.
and the Fairly Odd Parents reboot live action came on. And I was like, no, this is
sorry.
trash.
Yeah.
And I couldn't find the remote, and I'm lifting for it, and like it's just the worst dialogue is happening and everything. I can't find it, so I start feeling for buttons on my TV. I was like, they still put buttons on TVs? They don't. That's why it's important that
They do.
Not
They
this
do.
one.
It's
Not-
one button. It's one button that controls every action on your television now.
Mm-hmm. He's not wrong.
Unless you got one of them fancy TVs, bro. Right in the center. Right in the center. Right in the center. No.
center.
Yeah, there you go. Right there. That button. The on-off button. Depending on what you press. Anyway. So, now one thing, I don't know, Kai.
I'm just saying.
I don't know. We'll deal with this
Okay,
afterwards. Now, one thing I really do appreciate about this kind of show, and this show specifically, is the format. This is in about 11-minute parts, and you get about 2 parts per episode. So it's very much situational comedy. It's very much what's happening in this segment. And you don't have to have a long attention span, which is great for its like airing slot, late night television. You keep up with the story, and then when the story's done, you just pass the fuck out. Like, I appreciate the pacing for the comedy because I don't have to sit through an entire, like, you do get to pay attention. You do get to follow through jokes and callbacks and things like that. But it's not the kind of investment for a full Mike Tyson mystery episode, You don't have to be engaged for that long or pay attention for that long.
True.
Yeah.
So
So to wrap things up, though, because I actually kind of want to tell you guys my favorite joke because I find it hilarious.
Okay.
What were your favorite jokes? And then wrap it up.
I don't really
I'll
know.
start. So the one joke, one little bit I enjoyed anyways was during the Halloween themed episode where Charlie was like, "Yeah, I don't dress up or put on makeup or anything. I don't do that. There's way too much risk in it." And of course, Pym goes into the forest and meets the tree demon or whatever. So it starts chasing him, and then he goes back to the Smiling Friends headquarters. And then he walks in. It's like, "Yo," and the talk to the tree demon is like, "What kind of costume you got on? Is that blackface?"
Oh, yeah.
Like,
oh yeah, I did see that joke.
It's like,
No,
I
actually
just
looked like
and
that.
then he just creeps out of the house. I have seen Smiling Friends before. That joke made me realize, oh wait, no, I have seen this before. Yeah, and everybody's like, dude, you came to my party.
You care about party blackface?
Yeah, I've totally watched this whole thing before.
Get them, and they just start murdering.
Yeah.
And Charles like, "See, this is why I don't dress up."
Me?
Like,
Yeah, who is this lady friend?
Oh no, I mean yes, but like,
No, anyway.
no, that's also strange. Now you've jogged my memories. Yes, that probably is my favorite joke. Just like, dude, you just came to my party from face like this. How dare you? Yeah,
I was busted out laughing. I just thought it was the funniest thing.
yeah.
I was like, what a
I'm
setup,
glad.
though.
I still say the best part about that one is the guy in the corner is like, yeah, see, this is why I don't dress up for Halloween.
Yeah, Charlie.
Your costume would be racially insensitive and they'd kill you over it.
He said, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm glad that we spent about 50-ish minutes just to get
I'm surprised.
Kai to just, I remember.
Finally.
I know this shit.
Brain blast.
Well, the reason I didn't know the name of it is because I did not have control of the remote, and we had just finished watching Peacemaker. So, and then this came on. Yeah, you all should watch Peacemaker. It's hilarious. But yeah, that was my favorite joke too.
Oh, okay. I blame Zach for all of this shit.
Me too. What a weeaboo.
Oh goodness.
But yeah, no, it was a fun time. We grew, we laughed, we smiled, we frowned,
We remembered
we remembered.
out of our
We
drunken
remembered.
dopes.
One September. And
All right, Kelz, where can they find us at?
Oh yeah, we're done.
I almost said your mom's house just out of pure anger. Strange. I'm so sorry. I don't
You
know why.
should have. It
Like,
would have been
What
comedy.
anger?
God damn.
What anger? What made you mad?
your mom's house. Oh, sorry.
At
Oh no.
433
I'm so
Destitute
sorry.
Avenue, Your House, USA. No, you can catch us at all your podcatchers. We're talking Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Podcast, at Content Breaker, or Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, as well at Content Breaker. Gentlemen, y'all have stuff too, like Strange's anger management courses coming soon. Or
I don't even know what I did, honestly.
You've done a lot.
who
Don't worry
knows?
about it. That's the fact that you don't know is the problem.
Allegedly, you've done a lot.
How dare you show up to my party, Strange? Not no. Anyway, yeah, you can find me at Static Dreads on Elon Musk's new business venture.
Mm.
Oh yeah. Yay. Love it.
Way to date the episode. That's
can
Static
also-
Dreads with a Z on Twitter because he's cool.
Yes.
You can also catch Strangely Entertaining.
Sorry.
Excuse you. Yes, you can find Strangely Entertaining on the YouTube's Twitch and Twitter. Soon to be Elon.com for some reason. I don't know what's going to happen. Where sometimes I
call it
stream
musky.
Tuesdays, Thursdays on Twitch, 7 p.m. Central Time.
Muster sounds dope.
They call me Musky after working out too.
Lord. What are we doing next week, Zog?
I
Or did we skip something? Did we skip a part? The
don't think
outro?
so.
Okay.
There's a schedule. Well, the schedule's
I'm,
right
y'all
what
are
I'm
now.
tired.
looking at
I
right
need
now
to
is
go
that
to
the only
bed.
thing left is Death Parade. So we
Yes.
watched a Death Parade.
Yes. Join us.
Interesting.
Dance.
Don't. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah. Whatever. Yeah. Death Parade next week. More anime. Weep shit here on Content Burger.
Other product.
Yay.